Welcome back to the Transform Your Mind to Transform Your Life, the podcast. You're listening to 5 Minute Fridays with Coach Myrna. Today, I want to talk on the topic Climb the Mountain, why you can't skip the journey. Have you ever wondered why a person dropped off at the summit of a mountain couldn't survive? The answer lies in the air around you, or rather, the lack of it. At high altitudes, oxygen levels are significantly lower and your lungs need time to adjust. Without acclimatization, your body would struggle to function, and you could face serious, even life-threatening conditions like altitude sickness. This simple fact about survival in the mountains holds a powerful lesson for life. To reach the top, you have to climb. Now, I've been very fascinated about Mount Everest, and I've read several books about climbing to the top. And yes, oxygen levels are important. Acclimatizing is important. The higher up you go, your lungs can hardly breathe, and which is why people acclimatize by going to base camp. And that's always been my dream, at least to get there. I think that's like 30,000 feet in the air or something. I'm not quite sure, but it's a whole lot. You haven't even really started to climb yet. And a lot of people hike to base camp. And they actually stay at base camp for about a week or so in order to acclimatize their lungs to the higher altitude. Right. So, when I heard my pastor, Jamal Bryant, mention this, I thought to myself, you know what? I definitely have to teach on it. So, the dangers of skipping the climb. Imagine bypassing the climb and parachuting straight to the summit. It may sound exciting, but your body would be unprepared for the altitude. The survival would be impossible. Similarly, in life, skipping the climb often means skipping the growth. Whether it's building a career, nurturing a relationship, or chasing a dream, trying to shortcut your way to success can leave you unprepared for the challenges that comes with it. Success, like thin air at the summit, requires strength, resilience, and adaptability. Qualities you build through the journey. Another way of looking at it is that, again, I'm going to be talking about, the books that I've read. And, Booker T. Washington's book, Up from Slavery, made the startling conclusion is that the struggle of African Americans have made them successful. It's built them strength, it's built them resilience, right? So because we had to fight, nobody dropped us at the summit. They actually dug a pit and we had to climb out of it, all right? But that struggling, climbing to the top has prepared us for success more than other people that were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, as our old folks would say. The climb builds you. Without the struggle, there's no personal growth, you know? Yeah, and I just talked about Booker T. Washington's book, Up from Slavery, right? Climbing a mountain isn't easy. You face steep inclines, unpredictable weather, and moments when you question your strength. But with every step, your body adjusts, your lungs expand, your muscles strengthen, and your confidence grows. Yes, you're climbing, right? By the time you reach the top, you're not just standing at a new height, you're a stronger, more capable version of yourself. Life challenges works the same way. Every obstacle you overcome prepares you for the next. The setbacks teach you resilience. The small wins builds your confidence, and the effort transforms you. When you finally reach your summit, you'll be equipped not only to survive, but thrive. So embrace your climb, embrace your struggle. It's there for a reason. So if you're feeling stuck or frustrated by the slow progress in your life, remember this. The climb isn't a punishment, it's preparation. Every step you take, no matter how small, It's getting you closer to the summit. And when you finally get there, you'll appreciate the view so much more because you earned it. So don't fear to climb, embrace the challenges, trust the process, and keep moving forward. The summit is waiting and you'll get there. Not skipping steps, but taking each one with purpose and perseverance. Keep climbing, keep building. You'll get to your mountaintop. Because the truth is, survival and success starts with the climb. Abraham was 125 years old when God asked him to climb to the mountaintop. You can start climbing at any age, in any circumstance. Don't pray to win the lottery. Pray for the wisdom to get to the mountaintop because it takes skill, right? You don't want to be dropped off. You know, I ended by talking about don't pray for winning the lottery, right? I've always had this goal in my mind that if I'm going to live in a nice big mansion and if I'm going to have all these fancy cars, right? It would only feel good if I've earned it. If I climbed on my own and not someone give it to me. So it's the same thing. You feel better too when you have worked for your success. And, right now they always talk about a self-made millionaire or a self-made billionaire because it's important. It's important to know that you are self-made. It's important to know that you embrace the journey, you embrace the climb. And climbing to the mountaintop, you did it with the help of God, of course, and all the people on your team. But you did it. So, all right. So I hope you were inspired today by this message. And the message was embrace your climb. Struggle has a purpose, right? And God is building you for your next step. You can't get to the top without the work. All right. If you have a comment, would love to hear your take on this conversation. You know, Tell me about your climb right now and how you're embracing it. And if you're already at the mountaintop, let us know that too. Share. Everything is better once you share. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of 5 Minute Fridays with Coach Myrna. Until next time, namaste.